A man was having an important discussion in a large meeting room when, without knocking, a man came into the room. Seeing this, the man's eye turned red because he did not like anyone disturbing him. Sorry to interrupt the meeting, boss, but I have something important to tell you. The name of this person is Jungkook. He is a mafia king as well as the CEO of JK Corporation. As soon as Jungkook comes to the IT department, the head of IT department comes in front of Jungkook. What's the problem? Boss, someone has hacked all our systems. How was that possible? Ever though our security was so good, boss, we are not able to track the hacker's IP address. A man who was trying to track the hacker's IP address speaks out. Hearing this from the man, Jungkook thinks something and leaves from there. Seeing Jungkook leaving, everyone gets worried because Jungkook was leaving from there in such a serious condition. As soon as Jungkook comes into the room, he sees a girl doing something on her laptop. It was none other than you, his childish wife, Princess. When you hear Jungkook's voice, you look at Jungkook. As soon as you see Jungkook, you start leaving the room and Jungkook holds your hand. Are you angry at me? Why did you come to me? Go to that friend of yours. Saying this, you released Jungkook's hand from yours and walk away from there. Jungkook gets upset when he sees you leaving. As soon as Jungkook comes into the living room, he sees you eating a lot of junk food. Princess, you are pregnant. You can't eat junk food. As you were about to eat, Jungkook held your hand and said, "You are 3 months pregnant, but I want to eat." Saying this, you started eating. In fact, ever since you got pregnant, Jungkook worked from the villa to take care of you, and he never let you out of his sight even for a moment. Because of being pregnant, you used to have mood swings. Sometimes because of mood swings, you used to get angry at Jungkook without any reason. But Jungkook still did not say anything to you and took care of you. When you woke up this morning, you were angry not seeing Jungkook near you. On top of that, you were vomiting a lot of since morning, which increased your anger. When you called Jungkook, Jungkook did not answer, so you called Daniel. Daniel said he is in an important meeting with Arya. Hearing this, you get angry and hack into Jungkook's company's system. Arya is the daughter of Jungkook's father's friend. She loved Jungkook, but Jungkook loved you, so he married you. You feel irritable whenever you see Arya near Jungkook. Princess, you were sleeping, so I went to the office because there was an important meeting. I thought I would come to the villa by the time you woke up, but the meeting lasted too long. Why were you meeting with Arya? Princess, I just love you. She is just my friend, and you are my whole life. You left me and went to her, angry. Saying this, you were about to eat when you felt like vomiting. So you went towards the washroom. Jungkook followed you. After some time, Jungkook picked you up in his arms and brought you from the washroom. You were keeping your head on his chest. Do you still feel vomiting? Jungkook sits you down at the couch and says, "No." Your voice was very low and your face was pale. "Tell the doctor to come to the villa right now." Jungkook calls a maid and the maid leaves to call the doctor. "Hubby, I'm fine. No need to call the doctor." You won't say a single word anymore. Saying this, he picks you up in his arms and walks into the bedroom. You were sitting with your head on Jungkook's chest and Jungkook was caressing your hair when there was a knock on the door. of the room. Come in. Four female doctor comes into the room with the maid. Check my wife. Saying this, Jungkook puts you on the bed and a senior doctor examines you. The doctor was examining you for a long time but was not saying anything. Seeing which Jungkook starts getting angry. Don't you want to leave? Jungkook speaks in his dangerous voice, glaring at the doctor. The doctor gets scared by Jungkook's staring eyes. Mr. Jungkook, your wife is fine. There is no problem. Doctor speaks with fear. So why has my wife's face turned pale? This is all normal during pregnancy. Get lost, everyone. Jungkook speaks in his dangerous tone, and everyone walks out of the room. A maid knocks into the room, and Jungkook asks her to come. Then a maid comes into the room with soup. The color of your face fades away as soon as you see the soup. Hubby, I don't want to drink this. Princess, your drama will be of no use now. Drink it quietly. Saying this, he extends the spoon of soup towards you, and you drink the soup even though you don't want to. As soon as you wake up, you see that Jungkook was not in the room. Jungkook had put you to sleep after making you eat soup and had gone to the study room to do his work. Jungkook was meeting with a client over video call when you come into the study. Jungkook, what is your opinion on this project? Before Jungkook could say anything, you came and sat on Jungkook's lap. Jungkook knew that you had come to the study room, but he did not expect you to come and sit on his lap. Hubby, I'm hungry. Saying this, you innocently places your head on his chest as if there is no one in the world more innocent than you. Arya feels bad seeing you so close to Jungkook, but she does not let any emotion show on her face because she knew that Jungkook loves you and not her. This meeting will continue tomorrow. Saying this, he disconnected the video call. What were you doing a while ago? Jungkook asks, raising one eyebrow. Actually, you heard Arya's voice, so you sat on Jungkook's lap because you wanted to establish your rights over Jungkook in front of Arya. I was not doing anything, you said, avoiding Jungkook's gaze. Princess, don't try to lie to me. I know you very well. The mood swings caused you to act even more childish, even though you knew Jungkook is yours only. I know you are only mine, but I don't like it when she looks at you lovingly. You say playing with the buttons of Jungkook's shirt. Seeing your innocent behavior makes Jungkook fall in love with you again. My little mouse. Saying this, he pinched your nose. When Jungkook was in the study room, he heard the sound of gunshot. He got scared and started running towards his room, cause the sound of gunshot had come from his room. Who gave you permission to touch my gun? Jungkook says angrily and snatches the gun from you. You get scared seeing Jungkook's anger. Abhi, just shut up. Why did you come down when I told you not to come down from the bed? He yells angrily at you. You have tears in your eyes seeing Jungkook yelling at you so much, but Jungkook does not care. On the contrary, he gets even angrier at you. Stop crying now. When you don't stop crying, even after Jungkook tells you, Jungkook angrily walks out of the room because he did not want to yell at you in anger. After Jungkook left, you started crying loudly. because before this Jungkook had never yelled at you, and on top of that, due to pregnancy, you started feeling sad on small things. Jungkook was sitting angrily when a maid knocks on the door of the study room. Come in. The maid came into the study room without knocking. Sir, madam is nowhere. I saw her everywhere, she says, taking a deep breath because she came running. Jungkook was sitting angrily on the couch, and all the servants, maids, and bodyguards were standing in front of him. Boss, madam has not gone out of the villa. A man speaks after watching CCTV footage. Jungkook's bodyguard had checked the entire villa, but you were nowhere to be found. And seeing all this, Jungkook's anger was increasing. Then one after another, ministers and DSP come into the villa. Mr. Jungkook, why did you ask us to come so early? A minister speaks fearfully because Jungkook was looking very angry. Impose curfew in the entire city. Not a single person should go out. But Mr. Jungkook, how can we do this? Hearing this, Jungkook looks at the minister angrily and the minister gets scared. Don't worry, Mr. Jungkook, you will be done. The minister says, seeing Jungkook's staring eyes. David, find her all over the city. I want her at any cost. Many of Jungkook's enemies were tied to a chair in front of Jungkook. Why did you kidnap us? A man speaks angrily. Jungkook hears the man's words and shoots the man in his right leg, causing the man to scream in pain. Which one of you kidnapped my wife? I have not kidnapped your wife. A man speaks fearfully. Who has kidnapped my wife? Tell me, otherwise I will not leave anyone alive. Jungkook speaks very angrily because Jungkook had not seen you for 6 hours, due to which his anger was increasing. Hearing Jungkook's words, everyone tells Jungkook that they did not kidnap his wife. David takes everyone to the torture room. David takes everyone to the torture room. After some time, everyone starts shouting, but Jungkook does not care about their shouting. Boss, madam has not been kidnapped by any of them. If someone had kidnapped madam, they would have informed us by now after so much torture. David comes out of the torture room and speaks. Hearing David's words, Jungkook walks away angrily. David follows Jungkook. You were sleeping comfortably on the couch on the terrace, and there were a lot of junk food packets scattered around you. Actually, after Jungkook yelled at you, you came to the terrace with a lot of junk food. When the bodyguard came to find you on the terrace, you were eating sitting behind the couch. That's why the bodyguard did not see you, and because there was no CCTV footage inside the villa, no one knew you were on the terrace. When you woke up after some time, it was already evening. Baby, are you hungry? You say while rubbing your stomach. Why haven't you all been able to find my wife yet? Jungkook speaks in a dangerous tone. All the bodyguards, police officer, and minister get scared after listening to him. Mr. Jungkook, you will find your wife. Don't worry. If I don't find my wife, none of you will survive. As Jungkook was saying this, he heard your sleepy voice and he turned to see you standing on the stairs. Hubby, I'm hungry. Actually, you were hungry for 5 hours and you woke up because you were hungry. You were sitting on Jungkook's lap and Jungkook was feeding you. Where were you till now? I was on the terrace, slept on the terrace after eating food, then woke up when I felt hungry. All the bodyguards get scared after hearing this from you. Are you still angry with me? Sorry, I yelled at you. Don't say sorry, it was my fault. All the bodyguards were shirtless and sitting on their knees in the garden, and snow was also falling from above, due to which they were feeling very cold. But they can't leave because this was their punishment. You were asleep, and Jungkook was looking at your face while caressing your hair. Jungkook was standing in front of the mirror, getting ready when a little 3 years old girl grabbed Jungkook's leg. As soon as Jungkook sees that girl, a smile appears on his face. Mom is sleeping. You go to the living hall and playing with your caretaker. Okay, Dad? She walks out of the room as Jungkook takes her off. Seeing her leave, a smile appears on Jungkook's face. Princess, wake up. Jungkook comes over to you and says while caressing your hair, Hubby, I'm not feeling well. I need more sleep. You spoke in your sleepy voice. Princess, wake up and have breakfast. Then go back to sleep. Actually, your period had come, due to which you did not feeling like getting up. I don't want to eat breakfast. Hearing this, Jungkook picks you up in his arms and goes to the washroom. After a while, Jungkook and you came from the washroom. Jia was playing with her caretaker when her eyes fell on Jungkook, who was carrying you in his arms. Dad, why are you carrying mom in your arms? Because your mom is not well. Are you sick, mom? I'm fine, baby. Don't worry. You were feeding breakfast to Jiha and Jungkook was feeding you. Arya, who came to tell Jungkook something, has a smile on her face when she sees the family of three of you. Although Arya loved Jungkook, she never tried to push him away from you, and when she found out you were pregnant, she pushed him out of her heart forever. Let's go, Arya said to her assistant. But madam, we came to talk to Mr. Jungkook. How can we leave without talking to him? He is busy with his family and no one should disturb family time. Saying this, she leaves from there. Her assistant follows her. Give me a good title. If I like your title, I will write FF according to your title.